Hello all, this is Zimdala coming at you with another adventure in the land of BallXPit. We are continuing our game where we left off. We had just won our second match and rearranged our little setup to basically maximize how much bouncage we could get. And I guess if you leave the game too and come back, it gives you a free bounce. So yeah, I guess we're gonna bounce a little more. I guess I could move out the things that don't need the bounces as much though. So yeah, we could move this bad Larry out. Anyone else that doesn't need to be here? Yeah, we don't need this to be in here. We need more stone and we need more wood. Although we can honestly use a little bit of everything, so let's first see what can be done about upgrades. Not a whole lot, so then the next thing we can do is build a couple boulders. We can slap a few forest in here too. How expensive is it just to upgrade? Yeah, one upgrade is as good as building another one. Good. Because we don't want to build anymore, we can just upgrade these battlers up. Hello. You made it to my adventure of Tetrising. Alright, let's finish this thing up and head into adventure. Hey, we even got the trophy built, and we got our new character. Oh, it looks like some twins. Everyone loves twins. Who did we get? The cohabitants, huh? Each ball launched, a copy is launched in the mirrored direction. Balls deal half damage. Oh boy, a couple with many, many children. That sounds great. So their scaling is not different by default. Brood mother is what they start with. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I understand. I see they don't have a bonus to start with either. That's interesting. Alright, so we can upgrade this to unlock the snowy shores. Snowy X shores, that's funny. Well, I feel like this can only go well. So yeah, let's head to the snowy shores. This can only go great. Oh, good. Well, to be fair, min-maxing the farm is about as fun for me as any other part of the game. Is our body also wider? Is this a problem for us? So I'm trying to remember. I think the magnet actually does have a fusion, and I don't know what that fusion is. Let me see if I'm right. No, it wasn't the magnet. It was something else. This has it. This is the one that has a fusion. So yeah, let's let our balls go flying, because that's actually a good idea, because this thing right here can birth a baby ball every time. So we're gonna go all in on the babies, I guess. Maybe that's the play. We let our babies come out. We just baby all over the place. What's with the patches of ice on the ground? Is that going to hurt me? Let's find out. Oh, it makes me slide. Interesting, interesting. All baby balls deal more damage. Alright, I know the one that fuses with that, actually. Let's see if we can get that one. So much slide. To be fair, we might be pretty okay, because basically we have a lot of building upgrades. Oh, look at you, you're shooting icicles at us instead of fireballs. I find that really fun. Does that also freeze us when it hits us? That would be unfortunate. So we know one thing that fuses with that. Don't know of any other ones. And that was like one of the only evolutions that did seem to have a second evolution. So, I haven't found out what it fuses with, but I did notice it existed. And if I was to guess, I'd say it's probably a different permutation of Broodmother, so... Because it did kind of spoil itself with a picture of what the second fusion might be. Now, I bet Vampire actually matches with this, surprisingly. It's got teeth, why wouldn't it be a bug? Well, so far so good. I mean, this thing is being kept pretty cleared. So, like, while we're doing half of the damage, supposedly, I don't think it's a big problem. So far. Well, lightning is pretty good in general. Let's just get lightning in here. Lightning's alright. I'm sure I could find something to use lightning for. So we're gonna try to get the egg sack as well. Which may be a little harder than said than done. Look at how many balls we got though. That's just a lot of balled goodness. Oh. Well, that happened. Interesting. Well, this isn't what I wanted. but it may be something I take. I'll decide. Honestly, crit damage might not be bad. Let's do crit damage. The real problem is we can't actually directly target it. This could actually be really bad for us. Also, our balls are all gone. I'll agree with that. I think we might be in trouble. I think that ethereal is what got us killed. I think that might not be as good of an item as I was hoping, but 2 strength is actually really good for a level up. Alright. Oh, well I guess I didn't mean that. Can I just like go back? I want to get out of that particular mission. Alright, so we got a little bit of gold. So what do we want to build? Well, let's see what we can upgrade first. So we can upgrade this. We're going to build... Actually, we can't build another one. Yeah, this is probably fine. So everything is actually built up, so we can actually move some of these things out of this. Figure out how much space we actually need. We can block everything else off. Go, we're getting some good resources now. I don't think most of these things will actually let us upgrade them. Yeah, we could probably upgrade our speed. Our speed might not be bad to upgrade. And that means we can move this back in. I think I keep on overvaluing the spectral one. You need some very specific things to make that work. And I think the number one thing is that return when they hit the end of the wall thing. Like that ethereal would have been really great on that character, but maybe not so great on other characters. Yeah, let's get Ghost. Or maybe it's just I want to be able to make it work. I want to see it work. So I keep on thinking I can make it happen, and it just doesn't work. This is new. It's got a stacking mechanic, and that actually makes them significantly tankier, which is interesting. I don't remember that being the case in the first time, but maybe it was, and I just didn't notice it. Well, definitely the problem is that my balls were getting trapped back in their backside, and that, I mean, just having your balls in there for so long, it just really makes it hard to get things going. You ever just lose your balls for like minutes at a time? Because like I just couldn't use my balls for a while. It was a really big problem. But yeah, that boss, he really just took my hits like a champ and just... I mean, there's many things we could have been talking about, but whether we were talking about them or not, that's an entirely different thing. I did notice that these projectiles are a little trickier to dodge, like they are faster than the other ones. Oh, I get it. The ice means they can't be heard from that direction. I understand now. I understand why there were some problems. So far, we're keeping it pretty clear. The first boss is coming in, though, so we're gonna have a chance to have some problems, maybe. So we can't attack him directly, it looks like, so... I don't think he's enjoying what we currently have going on here, though. Well, that hurt a little bit. So none of these are actually evolutions. That's unfortunate. So the next best thing is to fuse. Earthquake and Ghost. I think that would be at least they will do damage and pass through enemies. Let's get wind involved. Wind will help out a bit. I don't think it's gonna give me exactly what I want, but I'm trying. I don't think I'm going to win, but I'm certainly going to give it a shot. I don't think our damage is astounding enough to pass our way through it. Sure, I'll bite on one. pretty much my only chance anyway. Nah, it was close. No, I don't think that there's any element from what I can tell. The thing is that the ice that's on those enemies keeps you from hurting them in that on the side that the ice is on. As far as I can tell. Oh, you do get an ability. You can harvest wheat. Look at you. Extra wheat. Yeah, it didn't give me exactly what I wanted, which is unfortunate, but we did make it to the second boss, which isn't bad in my opinion. So was there another thing we could do? We don't have much extra wood, which is a thing. Nor did the first boss give us an additional bit of what am I thinking of? Blueprint. Didn't give us a blueprint. So yeah. What can we upgrade with what we got? So we don't have the wood to upgrade these. What we do have is enough wheat to put another one of these in. You could get upgraded. We could build in another forest. Can't upgrade it though, but we can put it in. So let us rearrange this end so that it's incorporated. That's fine. So we did build that one. We got that upgrade. We did get a decent amount of wood and we got a decent amount of stone. Cool. Oh cool, we're gonna head in there with this character. But yeah, if there was elements, then this character would be at a major disadvantage here. But I'm pretty sure that that ice just makes protection against being hit from that direction. I don't think it's an actual element that the actual ones that have that on them have. I think it's just a hazard for the level, like a difficulty increase. Start putting dark in here because dark has some real potential to do damage. And I don't have to worry about catching it, it'll just come back to me. problem with this group is it can only be hit from the side and back. So that was pretty much the only way to do any damage. Well, take 4 levels. 4 levels is good. Sure, let's... get iron in here. Now we've got 2 heavy hitting balls, and who doesn't like some nice heavy balls? We are hitting enemies on their side a lot, so the side crits I think are better than the forward crits a lot of the time. Well, now keep in mind that our balls are much more lopsided than before, so one side is definitely much better than the other. Not too much we can do about that, though. Ideal, but let's get this in here. I know that we can at least make the bomb, and the bomb actually does fuse with stuff. I don't know what it fuses with, but it does fuse with something. We got a blueprint. New character. Good, 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 good. Sure, I'll bite. What do we got? 3 evolutions. Alright. So fire and ice give something. Interesting. We're going to go with this. We're going to find out. This looks like a ninja star. What do you do? So yeah, so it goes to the back and murders the back row. I don't know if I love that, because I was hoping that those would do the front line heavy damage, so... I'll get another one to help with that. Okay, so let's fuse these two and see what this does. Frozen flame. Oh, so it does a lot more damage than regular fire, and also gives it the damage bonus. Does it slow it down though? Because I think I like the slowing part more than that. It doesn't look like it. Well, okay. Guess you can't have everything. Oh, this is a second way to get that? It doesn't have to be dark, huh? Interesting, interesting. I don't know if it's helpful, but it is interesting. Let us see if that fuses with something. It does not. That's fine. But the bomb supposedly fuses with something. Which one of these looks like it might be a bomb fusion? See if I can guess. This looks like a bit like a shotgun in this. What would be a shotgun? Well, I can't tell from the picture, but I looked at it. Kind of a weak one, man. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I guess my my assassin one can't get stuck in the back anyway, so half of it, so it will just pass through them to get back to me and still probably do the backstab damage, so it's probably even better. It doesn't get trapped and it does the damage. I bet this does fuse with iron. Iron and earth should do something. I don't know that it does, but it should in my head do something. We are coming up across the second boss, and that one did not go as well for us. But I feel more strongly about our current setup than last time, for sure. got it. I didn't look to see if this thing fuses. No, it doesn't. Neither of these fuse. Okay. Those don't actually fuse, which is unfortunate. I want to fuse the earth with this right here, so that's probably a better one. Whereas the rock can actually, I mean the iron can go okay with this, I believe. Let's just make a stronger version of that. Be able to get another level before that thing disappeared, so that was my only choice. I get another ice, I guess. Funny. Yeah, let's fuse these two together. That way at least it does area damage to everything along the way. Get the most out of its area of effect damage by hitting everything. We are almost at the end though, so that's exciting. know if we're gonna actually be able to get another level at this point. Well, maybe one more level. It's close. I doubt there's any more fusions or anything, though. I think we done fused our fuses. Get another iron in play. I don't know what we're in the middle of for. I mean, if all they're gonna do is throw a bunch of these at me, I don't think I'm in too much danger of anything but leveling up. Land him on my head. Icebound Queen, huh? I think you're gonna have to do better than this. I don't think this is even slightly dangerous. To me, at least. Even more dangerous than the main level. There's just a slight number of more of these projectiles. So unless there's like a second phase that pops in, that probably is at least something a little bit more interesting to happen. So look at you doing a thing. I will see things happening. So much seeing. Oh, cool. Were you that surprised that I dodged that? That's a pretty good level. So I got 3 blueprints. Nice. I did think that this is one of the stronger classes because, like, it just gets its balls back. Oh, does it kill you instantly? Interesting. I wonder if that's actually true or if it just does a lot more than you have hit points normally. See, these are new things I can drop. Does it bounce off the back wall? I didn't actually notice that. I mean, this is the only one of these that might have any potential use, but I don't think it's actually that useful. I don't think he lived long enough to show me that, but that's interesting. So we got 2 new characters as options, and I can build both their buildings. So let's do that. Let's get their buildings in play. Let's look at this. I can't actually afford that currently, but that's okay. That'll be next. Let's see what else we can put in play. Oh yeah, we're absolutely gonna upgrade everyone's strength too. That's just kind of an awkward shape, but I mean, it's fine. I did find a way to see which ones have upgrades. This one says it's upgrading when I highlight it. Okay, now we need to expand slightly to bring in the other things we are working on. I hope it does get stuck in that cul-de-sac, but I think we're ready to launch. Oh well. Not the worst. We did our upgrade to the barracks. I guess I didn't realize that they would bust through there, but it's okay. At least we harvested almost all of the materials. I guess I could have expanded the harvesting too, so we will hopefully have a lovely adventure with our warrior kid out here. See if some of these have fusion, some of the ones I didn't really look closely at, so don't think you did. Nope, not on you. Not on you. Are you? Nope, nothing on that one. Okay. Voodoo Doll does not, although Voodoo Doll was pretty strong. Okay, so now I know which ones don't have fusions. There are ones I've never gotten before, though. Sure, I'll get poisoned. I'll get down with the sickness. There we go, we got 2 evolutions now. Whether they're the strongest evolutions or not is a different matter, but it's something. definitely not as, like, overpowered as last time, but, I mean, we're still surviving. This guy's really not very difficult, in my opinion. Well, it's not a great item in my opinion, but we'll get this for just because it'll give us resources. And we need to carry it at least once. The thing is that if you get used to it, it's not too bad. It's just not super easy to deal with sometimes either. Oh. Interesting. The interesting thing about that is that those farms don't actually have to be upgraded at all. It doesn't say anything about them being upgraded. They just could be basic-ass farms out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we're gonna get very overwhelmed here. We do not have the DPS for this currently. Yeah, we're definitely in trouble. So let's get this one too, so that we don't have to carry it next time. And let's fuse into the Spider Queen. Just for fun. Shit wiggles. We're definitely gonna keep struggling to the end, but it's not looking good. Yeah, we just don't do the damage for this right now. Alright. Understood. Oh, that's why we're leveling up. Alright, so I think it's time to consider expanding. So we are going to... We're gonna keep going back. Do we have to build this? We do have to build this. Okay. Well, it's all about strategy. Like, if you do strategize your stuff, you can get there, but like, that character is just really strong. I do seriously think that character might be one of the strongest that I've seen so far. Which baseball? You mean this? Because I want to let them get in to bounce around before, like I want to make an entry. Because I'd have to change the resolution in a way. Like that's the way the resolution works. Like that's my filler spot. So like if there isn't like if the oh, I see it's a little bit off. I see what you mean. Okay, I can redesign it very slightly. That much is very slightly better. There we go. Better? But yeah, no, I can't make it take that spot because then there'd be a black spot at the top of the screen. Well, it's like it's zoomed in for like I could zoom in more so you could see it better, but like it's not much different for me. Oh, you better believe it. We are not done Tetrising. Yep, so we got our next character. Look at that, now there's more than one character that has bonuses. What do you got going on? You're poison. Marked by countless battles, he awaits the next assignment. Balls always pierce enemies until they hit a wall. So don't aim at the wall is what you're saying. This could become a problem though, because then they could get trapped behind stuff. So I don't want to aim directly up either. If I didn't have blueprints to unlock, I'd actually do the first area with characters. So I actually think this is the strategy. Go to a corner that you need to break through and just like go through those. But you don't want to go straight back, because if you go straight back, they'll get trapped behind everything. I mean, that sounds like a slow way to progress. I'm just gonna go for like the building unlocks at this point. Like, I don't think worrying about passives matters. I'm gonna go for like the gold, which lets me upgrade my resource buildings, and then I just get more resources and upgrade stuff. It's working so far. Well, shit, I don't want any of these. I'm gonna take this one just because I've never gotten it, and I need to get it on my list of nonsense. Such a weak level. The game hates me. Let's see if any of those statues wants to be a thing that has upgrades, because that would be kind of annoying. That one doesn't. This one does not. This one does not as well. Good. None of the statues are doing that. It. I'm sure you're marching off to your doom. At least they will slow them down a little bit. I guess there's that. I guess it's a very slight delaying tactic. It has some potential utility. I don't want it to go faster currently. I'm already having a decent enough time just processing it at this speed. If I'm winning and I need to do something that I know that I'll have a good chance at winning, then I'll increase the speed. I mean, sure. This will probably just increase the damage we do. I should just get that anyway. Yep, there's our area of effect damage we were looking for. And that's just one of the best early passives. There was no chance of getting to the point where I could do fusion for that, so I figured I might as well just take it now and get some levels and stuff. so far this is a decently strong build. I think we're doing okay. Well, it's important to fuse ones that'll have utility together, like say, wind or ghost with anything that does Arab effect damage, or like an elemental thing is strong, because it'll pass that on to everything. That thing's pushing me too. I don't really like that. Kinda wish you wouldn't be alive anymore. Yeah. I did think that this one would have troubles when it came to doing damage to single targets, and there's not too much I can do about it because the curse ball was the only one that would die when it hit a target. So I guess I could have chosen the ball one, the one that turned into bugs. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Let's go back. Yeah, that's fine. He gained a level. Let's see what we don't need to have here anymore. So you don't need to be here anymore. Let's move you out of the way. So we did build this. This can move out of the way. That's what we can have. Let's move what needs to be built up front so it gets hit. We need to make sure that everything that is a resource is going to be out in there as well. Because the pit was here in where Babylon used to be, so you have to explore the pit to find out what's going on. We don't know why the pit's here yet, as far as I gathered. The gunsmith is also one we're working on, so get in here. we are decently stacked for this. So we got a new character, the Cogitator, and we upgraded the Shoemaker and we built the farm. Can this get upgraded? Okay, that's cute. So you could upgrade it if you wanted to. And it costs wheat to upgrade it to get more wheat. That actually is probably worth it. Either way, and it says nothing about them being high-level farms. So that's just going to be there. What's your deal? It automatically chooses. Is this your play itself one? This starts a vertical laser. Alright. Man, we're gonna have to hope for the best. Let's see if the game makes better choices than I ever did. Well, I mean, that's not the worst choice. I probably would have chosen that one too. I don't know about that one, Captain. What I mean, to be fair, I had to pick it up sometime. I mean, yeah. It's already better than anything ChatGPT would have picked out. Hey, at least you're getting a good one. I'll take 4 levels. I mean, the dodge thing was not a great choice, but I mean, the balls aren't too bad so far. Fire rate's alright. I mean, that only matters if they're back in my grasp, but I mean... So far, so okay. Alright, what are you gonna pick? Fusion? Alright. This already has the potential to go farther than the last one did. I think this thing's not going to have the same problem that he did. I think I can actually do damage to the boss. It's like, as long as you could bounce it off the sides and get him a whole bunch of times, it works, but the other one can't do that. Like this right here, not good for him. Hey, Earthquake, I'll take our Earthquake. Earthquake's okay. He's not doing too bad. He didn't pick everything I would have picked, but I mean, Earthquake's alright. And Poison. Poison's okay. I mean, even the warrior got overwhelmed here. Still only got that one clear, so I'm not too sad. If we make it to the second boss and die there, that's as good as most of the characters have done. I mean, so far we're not being overwhelmed by the normal enemies. You doing an evolution? I don't have these ones actually. Let's see what you give me. Swamp. Oh, you're not gonna let me read it? That's a little rude. At least let me read it. What do we got? Oh, so it slows them down. And poisons. And it does damage to nearby. I mean, it could. I also never got this. I don't think it fuses. Nope, it doesn't. But the equipment won't tell me if it fuses with anything. That's what I was looking up. I wasn't looking up just what it did. I know that the idea of looking for fusions could be confusing, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that wasn't a great use of that, unfortunately, but it was. I don't even think I was gonna get another level in time to get anything else, so. But who knows, watch this be a run where I win anyway. I do think his stats are a little bit higher than the other ones, just to compensate though. Like, they seem to be a pretty good average. Oh good, you're gonna get archers. Well, they were the most useful of the 3 statues, probably. Let's focus in. Come on. Oh, got him. Yep, I knew that was the way to do it. More statues and a fusion. Well, not the worst thing. That's not what I would have picked, but I guess he didn't have many other choices. Oh. Is that for every class? It might be for every class. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Hey, iron. I would have picked the iron ball. This guy's just picking what I would, for real, for real. Yeah. I mean, we are taking damage, so that is something, but I mean... Hey, that's not a bad one either. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do, like... 2 levels is alright, right? I mean, so far the only really questionable ones we picked were the dodge and, like, the archer. So, like, we don't have very many good passives going for us. But, I mean, the balls we picked were pretty decent. And even the fusions aren't terrible. Get another level before I pick that up. That would be really, really nice. I think that's gonna happen though. Well, it's not the worst. It is more damage. And it will not be bad if I have to get close up with things. If I have to focus something like this, it'll do more damage to it, so it's not the worst. At least I'm going into the final spot with a decent amount of hit points too. Actually, essentially fully healed. Looks like we might get in one more level. He didn't do that immediately last time. That's kind of rude. Got stuck on my stupid archer. That's something to keep track of. Oh, level up time. Got him. Alrighty. So I unlocked a single family home that unlocks the new character. Oh, speed scaling. Nice. I think there's still blueprints to get here too. Are you surprised that I won with the first play with them? Oh, actually, this is really good. It'll keep the harvest time for everyone. You know what I realized? I didn't actually set anyone in that farm. Liminal X Desert. We love liminal spaces. So we're gonna get this even if we have to sell some stuff to get it. We definitely want to get this. I guess we're not going to get the other character. That is a little unfortunate. Because the thing is that we are going to need more our wood for something else. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't think I can actually get enough wood from selling these anyway. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I couldn't get it even if I sold all of that. So let's do the next best thing. Let's instead... We're going to sell a whole bunch. We're gonna build with all of our wood instead, and instead of that. So actually, it's cheaper to upgrade, isn't it? Really cost so much just to upgrade it? That's unfortunate. Alright, you take care. Alright, we got most of that put together. Okay, we're gonna give this one more run and then we will mosey along to another adventure. Sweet. We're actually gonna continue doing this one because it has more blueprints. And we haven't beaten it with this character anyway. But don't worry, we will check out the desert next time, I'm sure. It really wants us to have statues. 3 isn't too shabby. Nothing too exciting yet, but we're still working. I'd rather have vertical, I guess. Never gotten that, and I'm not feeling super strong about this, so I'm gonna get it once just to get it in my book. We got him. This is a trap. I don't think this is going to help us, so I'm not going to take that. As much as I like it, end concept. Let's fuse something. I hope I get the iron ball. That would be ideal in my opinion. Oh, thank you, game. See, it listens sometimes. super strong, but we're still wiggling. Not overwhelmed yet. We've also been continuing our upgrades at the base though, so we might be getting it to the breakthrough point on this one as well. So this is new. I'm gonna take this. Lightning rod, huh? Oh, that's quite a bit of damage to a lot of enemies. Guess that is solid area of effect. Whether it's enough or not, I don't know yet. We're not really, like, slaughtering our way through. So I don't know if we're keeping pace with the damage needed, but... Sure. I'll get another iron ball. Why not? Who's gonna stop us? It is more damage. We wanted more damage. Could still be in some major trouble, so I'm trying my best, but I think we might still be. Oh, we got him barely. Oh. We still are in trouble, don't get that twisted. I think they might have just killed us too. No. But it's not good for the boss, that's for damn sure. Really use a full heal, or any kind of heal, to be honest. Well, it is at least listening and giving us some heals, so that's nice of it. I don't think there was any chance of us getting a level before I had to pick that up, so... Guessing burn. I was trying to decide which one was more useful. They're pretty similar. I think burn does the damage faster, so I might as well go for it. Well, we at least have a fighting chance against the boss, and this time there won't be archers blocking my way, so I have a decent chance of dodging the nonsense. Good, more health. I'll take more health. Ideal, but we didn't get hit by all of them. I was just in a bad position because I had to kill that enemy. So far, so okay. Oh, it's just more. Okay. I mean, this one's just a bit of a slog. You just gotta not get caught out when it actually does get dangerous, that's all. There we go. We got this right here, another one of those. Cool. So we got 2 blueprints. I do think there's another couple. We did increase the power of the snowy trophy. Cool. Nice. Yep, so we will sort out the stuff at the base and yeah. Cool, we got a whole bunch of wheat. That's working as intended. Okay, so what do we want to do with our resources? Let's build. Ah, you're expensive for wood still. I think it's time to expand one more time. Now we need to move everything around to where it needs to be. You're gonna get in here, you're all gonna get out. That's probably about as good as that's gonna get. Yeah, that was from way too far back. Okay. So I think we still have one that we didn't finish, but we finished 2 of the 3, including the lumber yard, which was really important. Having space to do this is almost worth just by expanding just for that, but I mean, we'll have space for that later. Cool. So we're gonna roll with this for now. I am going to remember to put people in these. So they're not unmanned. Cool. Well, thank you anyone that watched this. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll catch you later. Bye-byes.